Hey everyone, it's Noshing with Nick. We're out here at the Dordt Ag Stewardship Center with Dwayne Byama to take a look at some bees, and here we have some great bee roll. Dumb. So tell us, Dwayne, how did you get started in beekeeping?
I was involved in agricultural development work in Latin America around 1974. Through different things, we decided that it would be good to teach people how to take care of bees, market honey. And I really didn't know anything about bees, so I decided, hey, I was going to learn. I continued with that beekeeping activity, but then there were some students who begged and pleaded and said that they wanted to learn how to take care of bees, and I told them, no, they don't. They really don't want to learn how. I said it's more complicated than they realize, but they were persistent. And in 1993, I think I offered a class. But that's where it started, and after that, different people said, hey, I want a class, I want a class. And now I've been offering 2-3 classes a year. Yeah, the number of beekeepers here in this region has grown, I would say, phenomenally.
Refresh my memory, how did we get started with honey at Dordt, when Dordt Dining purchasing from you?
You were trying
Begging, pleading.
trying very hard to, and I admired that, to provide the students with locally produced products. So you started buying local honey, and I appreciated that and want to commend you for that.
So what species of bees are these?
These are Italian bees, and there are some carnelian. If I'm optimistic, I'm thinking this hive is going to produce, I'm hoping 50, 60, 70 pounds of honey.
So each of these hives would do that?
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
Just for reference, a 5-gallon bucket of honey weighs between 50 and 55 pounds typically. So each of these hives will produce about a 5-gallon bucket of honey, and I use about a 5-gallon bucket of honey a month. So, we only have 5 months worth of honey here. So it really kind of shows you how much production there is.
Let's say I have students who want to get into beekeeping. There are people from Texas, Florida, Georgia, California. They will sell what we call packages of bees, about 2-3 pounds of bees. Put it in a box like that and get them started, and that's really how they start.
So where do you get your passion for beekeeping from? What makes you keep going? Because I know it's not easy, and I've heard beekeepers say you don't go into beekeeping to make money because it's not a money-making field. So what is your passion for beekeeping?
My passion for beekeeping is I always keep learning. When I make a mistake, there's no pun intended, but when I make a mistake, I get stung. So it keeps me honest, keeps me learning, it keeps me focused on what's going on in the environment, in the creation, where I notice what's blooming, what's not blooming, and I also know what's going on with the bees. They have parasites they have to deal with, they have diseases they have to deal with. For me, it's sort of an intrigue, where I just keep learning and keeps me, excited.
Let's get down to business. Okay, sorry, that's the only pun in the script, I promise. Set your oven to 425 degrees, Melt some unsalted butter, then mix that with honey, 2 eggs, milk, and creamed corn. In a separate bowl, mix cornmeal and all-purpose flour with sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Once those dry ingredients are mixed, slowly pour the wet ingredients in. Let it sit for 5 minutes because even cornbread batter needs a nap sometimes. Then grab a muffin tin and baking liners. Fill the cups about 3/4 full, unless you want muffins the size of Mount Baker. Put those muffins in the oven for about 15 minutes, rotating halfway through. Top the fully cooked muffins with honey while they're still warm. Pick the prettiest one, cut it open and butter it up.
You're beautiful. Aw, shucks.
No, not like that. I mean, butter it up with actual butter. Once it's cooled off a bit, dive right in. Dive. That's what I meant to say.